What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Live Wealthy Stocks back with another video today, taking a look at Moderna stock, ticker symbol MRNA. It's been going down, and I know a lot of people are wondering, well, why is it going down? Didn't they just get the FDA approval for their vaccine a couple days ago, and now their vaccine is being given to people starting this upcoming week? What is going on? Why is the stock falling? So we'll take a look at how the stock's been trading, some news around their vaccine, and then take a look at, why it is that the stock is dropping. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new. It really helps me out as I'm trying to grow the channel, and comment down below what your thoughts on Moderna are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record and we will take a look at exactly what I'm talking about now. Let's take a look at, Friday's price action down about 2.5%. Now it did recover a lot of that in the after hours, but if we take a look at the 5-day chart, we'll really see what I'm talking about here when I say we were trading in 160s at the beginning of the week, and then we made a low of kind of the low 130s before kind of pushing back up into the 140s right on Friday. So why did we go from 160s to 140s in a week when they were expected to get approval from the FDA to be for their vaccine to be kind of safe enough for emergency authorization to be given to people across the country as we try to fight COVID-19. Let's take a look at this article because it really covers some key things about Moderna, about the vaccine and everything that's going on, and then we'll take a look at kind of the stock part of it and the technical analysis behind that. So let's take a look at, what we're talking about here. So this article is a bit outdated, but it still has some key facts from a vaccine perspective that I want to go over. So the European Union has agreed to buy 80 million doses, which is great. So one thing, right? So far we have the Pfizer vaccine and we've got the Moderna vaccine. So we've got two vaccines. The key difference between these two, right, is that Moderna's it can be stored in a normal fridge, right, at normal temperatures, whereas Pfizer's requires negative 94 degrees or something crazy, right? I don't know if that 94 is accurate, but some crazy temperatures that you can't necessarily achieve in just any refrigerator. So there are logistical concerns with Pfizer's vaccine, which makes Moderna's a little bit better. And there was another data study that was published a little bit later that also shows that Moderna's vaccine not only prevents you from getting COVID, right? It gives you antibodies, but it can also help stop the spread, right? I'm not too into the science, but to me that sounds like something that is a little bit better about Moderna's compared to Pfizer and potentially other ones. Now, they do have a lot of supply chain concerns, right? But with that being said, 20 million doses of its vaccines have been produced for 2020, and then they're expecting to produce 500 million to 1 billion. Now, the issue with Moderna and Pfizer, although they are the first comers in this, comes with the fact that they're using an mRNA technology and they need 2 shots. So for those that got the Pfizer shot, okay, so I might mix them up, but one of them is 21 days where you need to go back to get the second shot, and one of them is 28. I think Moderna is 28 and Pfizer is 21. So you take shot 1, wait that time, take shot 2. Some other ones might not be like that. They might be more of your traditional ones and done. The good news though for stockholders, and I guess it could be good or bad, is that Moderna's vaccine is a little bit more expensive than its rivals, priced at $25 to $37 a dose, and Pfizer's is about $19 a dose. So like that could be good for the stock, for us as a stockholder. I mean, if you're a stockholder, because it means that we are making more money. There's only 2 currently, right? So Moderna is going to get orders. That being said though, as we kind of approach and Johnson & Johnson gets their vaccine and maybe another pharmaceutical company gets their vaccine, maybe those vaccines being cheaper are a little bit more attractive. So maybe Moderna doesn't get as much business as they were anticipating initially. Now, why is the stock down in a major critical week like this? Well, in the stock market, there is what's called a buy the rumor, sell the news, right? So actually the run-up that was to happen with Moderna stock really has already, a lot of it has already happened. And it happened with the the results we were getting along the way in stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 trials. A lot of people knew that, this past week, Thursday, Friday, we were going to get that approval, right? The FDA was going to allow it to be used. So that wasn't necessarily the catalyst event that would push the stock price up. The more catalyst event was those trials that came out and said 95% effective, right? Or if we see an order being placed of 1 billion doses going to, a country, that would be more of a catalyst than just them getting approved by the FDA, because a lot of people were already anticipating that to happen. So buy the rumor, sell the news means when we're getting all these news of, the vaccine is 95% effective, that's when the stock price was going up, because that's when the excitement was building. And then when we see that, they are getting approved, that's more of the news part of it, that's something actually happening, and hence sell the news because of how much it's ran up, just in case, right, that it didn't get that approval, people have already kind of locked in their profits. So that's the buy the rumor, sell the news mentality that you'll see a lot of times in the stock market. Now let's analyze the stock from a technical analysis perspective and kind of see what we see. So year-to-date chart, man, Moderna has had an amazing year. Stock less than $20 at the beginning of the year, hit a peak of 178 after this crazy run up, and now is kind of trading in the 140. So let's take a look at some of our indicators and we'll see what we see. So because of this, so as you could see during this run up, Moderna stock was above its 8 EMA for a lot of it, but recently, obviously with the fall we had this week, it is now bouncing perfectly off of the 21 EMA on the daily chart. As we could see, the low, which the low is going to be right there, and then the 21 EMA number is going to be right here. We see the low of that day was 134.31, 21 EMA was 134.53. We go to the next day, we were above it. Here, what's more important to see is we're hitting up against that 8 EMA, which was at 147.52, and our high was 146.97, so about 50 cents off. And then again on Friday, our low was 135.06, 21 EMA is at 135.83, right? So 21 EMA acting as great support the past 3 days. We've been above it. 2 of those days we've bounced off of it. One day we were kind of higher enough that we didn't necessarily need that bounce. So moving forward, right, I'm looking to see whether that 21 EMA holds. That is coming in at 135.83 currently. That's the level of support that I think should hold up really nicely for the stock. Now let's take a look at our there we go, I selected the wrong one, right? So we've got also this level, the 20 moving average on the 4-hour chart is acting as a resistance point in the past couple 4-hour candles, so that's something that I'm watching as well. And then on the hourly chart, what I want to point out is this level right here. Let me get rid of this line and we'll see what I'm talking about here. So this 145 level has been kind of challenging for Moderna to break through ever since it broke below it, right? So we can see in the past 2 days, there's a lot of candles that kind of go up against it, but none that can sort of break through it. So that's my first level that I'm watching from a price action perspective to see if we can break that 120 or 145, and then after that 145, I want to see the stock moving up just a little bit more. The next level that I want to see it hitting is this high of the Thursday candle in 147s, and then making its way into the 150s and beyonds. So that's the level that I'm watching kind of the stock to push up, kind of for 145, 147, 150s and beyond, and then hit this high of 157. And then from a support level perspective, I am looking at that 8 EMA coming off of the daily chart, which is right there in the 135s, and then if that doesn't hold, then some of the previous lows that we've set in the past couple of days. So let me know what you guys think of Moderna. I do think that the stock has great potential, but like I said, it was a buy rumor, sell the news kind of thing. I do think that if we see more orders, the stock can really go up. They're expecting to produce, up to 1 billion doses in 2021 as we try to get the world vaccinated in the fight against COVID-19. So, we could see it push up, but I think a lot of it also depends on how many other companies come out with a vaccine, what they're priced at, logistical. That's the one thing about Moderna. They're relatively new. They don't have the complicated supply chain that some of these other competitors have. That's sort of where they lag. That being said, if their vaccine is proven to be better at not only fighting COVID-19 with antibodies, but also can help with the spread, then maybe governments are willing to spend for that. So we'll see. Let me know down in the comment section if there's any other stocks you want me to look at, and I'd love to do that for you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.